Hi, so today I went to Manchester megacon, and I have to say, I've been going now for about 5 years, 6 years. This, comic-wise, this one was the best one. It had much more of a comic presence. They even had the CGC grading company and things like that. It was much more comic orientated, which was fantastic. In the past few years, it's been much more pop culture based. To put it this way, normally me and my daughter, when we go, we do a lot of the celebrity interviews and a lot. We didn't bother this time. We didn't have time because we are just so busy looking at all the various stalls. So there's lots of comic sellers, lots of anime-based sellers, lots of. There's Traveling Man with a huge area covered just in manga, fantastic. And I found a gem of a used comic seller. So I got some brilliant back issues. And so yeah, let's just go ahead and show you my quite substantial haul. So first of all, I'll show you the back issue comics that I got. There was two quite big stalls, each one selling back issues. I got just three from one, but I got a stack from the other one because he did bundles as well, and they're really, really reasonable price. And they were comics I had years ago, but I lost years ago as well, and they've been on my bucket list to get again. And they were there. I couldn't believe it. It's like he's reading my mind. So I'll show you what I got anyway. So I'll show you what I got first from the one where I just got a set of free comics. This one I could have got years. I could have got in the trade paper, but I've always wanted to get it in the prestige format. And this is Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's Batman Last Night on Earth. So I got book one, book two, book three for £5 each, so £15 for the three of them. Got that from one stall. They were really nice. It's a husband and wife team who run it. They must be in the 60s now, but they're so nice, so pleasant. And they were there last year, and it was so nice to see them again. They really got their act sorted out this year as well. Really nice selection. So I was pleased to find those. So moving on now to the other place that I mentioned, and I shall show you the packs what I got first. So one pack is a comic that I've not seen available anywhere, even on eBay, in whole for years, and it's one that left an impression on me when I read it years ago, back in the 80s, 90s. And this is Screamer by Pete Milligan, Brett Ewan, Steve Dillon, all 6 issues for £10, so the full set. Very happy with that. And then another series I've wanted to get back again. I had it when it first came out, and I've got it now back for £8, all 4 issues, so that's £2 an issue. And it's The Demon by Matt Wagner. So really, really happy with that. And another one that I lost to the mist of time, and I got all three prestige issues for £6, so the full set. And this is Kid Eternity by Grant Morrison and Duncan Fegredo. So again, really, really happy. And another one is one that I completely forgot existed. It was kind of like a sequel to Craven's Last Stand, and this is Soul of the Hunter by the same team of James DeMatteis, Mike Zeck, and Bob McLeod. Prestige format, only for £6.50. I've seen this in other places occasionally for a lot more than that, so I'm really pleased with that. And then I managed to pick up, I'm becoming geeky old hog here. By the way, do check out his channel. Uh, I managed to pick up my favourite Captain America story of all time for what I feel is a really good price as well. So it's the trilogy where Deathlock appears with gorgeous Mike Zeck artwork, and written by Jim DeMatteis, I think, if I remember rightly. And so 286 for £3, 287 with this fantastic cover of Captain America fighting Deathlock for £5, and 288, not keen on that cover, for £2.50. So made up with that. Normally I don't buy old back issues, but it's one of my all-time favourite stories from Captain America. And after that, I found this really nondescript store that seems to sell a bit of everything, seemed a bit ragtag, but they had this box of all graphic novels for £5. I thought, okay, normally you find stuff like that, they're normally like beaten up with covers ripped, etc. But I struck gold, so I'll show you what I got. From the Young Animal stable, I got the Volume 1 of Cave Carson Has a Cybernetic Eye by John Rivera, Gerard Way, Michael Avon Oming, and Nick Filardi for £5. Then I got one of the best horror stories from 2000 AD, Cradle Grave, by John Smith and Edmund Bagwell. Really, really great story. Again for £5 from Cave Carson. And finally, I couldn't believe this was just £5 in, mint condition, a hardback edition of Jeff Johnson, Gary Frank's Shazam. Again for £5. Doesn't even look like it's been read because it feels really tight in the binding. So very, very, really happy that I got that. And then there was a little comics village, and they had Alex Packnadell was there. I didn't get a chance to speak to him because I do feel obliged to support the writers, and I'm not keen on a lot of the stuff of his that I do like I already own. I'm not keen on a lot of the Marvel like X-Men stuff, so I didn't really want to get that. But also there was John Lees, who's done some fantastic work. He did Hotel with 2 L's for AWA. He's done a wrestling one for AWA, the name I forget, which was based on Macbeth, I think. And he also he's done a few others, but he's a really good horror writer from Glasgow. And he did his own independent one called Sync, and he was selling copies there. So I got volume 1. He did say he had an offer for all 3 volumes, but I have to budget. But what was nice as well, he signed it with a little haha with a van. He said, "No idea why I've drawn a van, but I've drawn a van for you." And with his name, John Lee's little happy smile face. Wonderful, really sweet, pleasant guy. Really, really, it was a pleasure talking to him. I just basically geeked out a bit. And he's got a new comic coming out, which he said he's not going to come out until next year, but he's selling a one-shot pre-release of it, signed on the cover by him. And this is called Crow, Gore and Shanks. It was £5, but like I said, it's a pre-release. And it looks gorgeous. It's by John Lees, Joe Mulvey, Kurt Michael Russell, and Sean Lee. And I think it's a one and done story, but he said there is going to be a full series coming out as well next year. So very pleased to get that. When I read it, I will do a review. Really high quality as well, really good binding. And then there's a little tiny Forbidden Planet, because we went on Sunday. I think they sold out a lot of Saga Forbidden Planet, so there wasn't much to choose from there. But I did get Superman Batman, one of the compact comics, really thick and chunky for $8.99. And basically, just around the corner from it, there was a massive Travelling Man store, like I mentioned, which it was just covered in manga. It was wonderful, and they had a really good deal on it. So I've got my birthday next Thursday, and if you want to buy me something, you can go on my wish list. No pressure, but you can do. But my daughter got me my birthday present early, so my birthday's this Thursday, sorry, 31st. I'll be 25 yet again. But she got me this manga, which I've wanted for quite a while, The Climber, Volume 1. Bit of a chunky beast. Looks gorgeous. And again, Travelling Man had a really good deal on all manga. And I got the next 3 volumes of one of my favourite mangas of the past few years. Really gorgeous slice of life. Just really nice, gentle comedy. So I got Volume 3 of Hayarashumi, Volume 4, and Volume 5. And I also got one final thing, which is a bookmark. And I'm just going to pause it because I want to show you because it's gorgeous. Give me 1 sec. So I also got this bookmark, just £2. And it's really nice. I do like having a nice bookmark for reading my graphic novels and manga. So that is everything. So quite substantial. And I am so made up. I had the intention of thinking, because normally you think, might not be a lot of comics. So I had the intention to get figures, get some t-shirts and stuff, but there's so many comics. I spent, within budget, I budgeted myself for £120, I think it was. And I managed to get all this with that. There's some really good offers on a lot of these. So yeah, very happy. If it had been paid, if we'd gone a weekend later when I'd been paid, it would have been devastating because that back issue store where I got me a lot of my sets from, they had so much good stuff, very reasonable. They had like nearly a full run of Weird War Tales and all gems like that. They had a really huge £1 bin with like full runs of Warlock and the Infinity Watch, Alpha Flight, and things. What I would have been tempted with if I had like excess funds. But I get paid Wednesday night, and I'm going to Leeds on Thursday, so I'll do another video of that because at Leeds they have 3 comic shops. They have Travelling Man, Forbidden Planet, and the one I'm most looking forward to trying because I've heard good things about it, OK Comics. So I'll give a full report of that once I've been. But yeah, that is my haul, and I think I've done really well. I don't feel like I've just bought stuff for the sake of buying it. I've managed to tick quite a number of boxes from my bucket list. I'm made up with a special out of Mike Zeck, Spider-Man Prestige, the Captain America again by Mike Zeck and Jem DeMatteis. I'm just really happy with what I've got. So if you ever see a local con, it's worth doing. Like I said, we normally go and see the celebrities. We didn't do that this time. We were just so entrenched in going around the stalls. Plus, they had an indie game section of games that haven't come out yet. So that was just a real wonderful time of me and my daughter. My daughter just despairing at how crap I am at games. And it was just wonderful. And the developers were really, really, really sweet people. And we're just so happy to see people enjoying the new games that haven't come out yet. So I do recommend going to any Comic Cons that you can do. They're just a fantastic day out. So many families were there. It was just a really nice, pleasant vibe. People just feeling very happy. Um, no, nobody's going to mock them or tease them how they look, how they dress. Just a really, really positive, fun day out. So yeah, very tired now. We came back. We watched a really nice Ghibli film, Princess Mononoke, which is one of my favourites. So it's just been a really fun, comic-based, manga-based, anime-based day. And yeah, couldn't have had a better day. So bye.